Hello. I believe we are live. Yes. Nice. I am still very tired today, so I'm sorry if I am not peppy. Um, I have a lot of stuff I have to do today. I'm painting my bathroom. I really need to take a shower. I would have preferred to take a shower immediately, but because I'm painting my bathroom, I need to wait until after I do that. But I wanted to get some writing sprints in, try and get my words in before I start painting my bathroom. So figured we'd go ahead and do that. Um, Today in general is day 4, which means where should we be? I'm gonna use my calculator and do a little math. We should be around the 7,000 word mark. Does that sound right? I don't know. I'm a bit of a nano rebel. I came in with 13,000 words. So for me personally, my goal today is to hit 20,000 words. So I guess that makes sense because I came in with 13 something. So that seems about right. Um, yeah, that's that. I'm on chapter 5. I am not necessarily excited for writing today. I'm so tired. I'm worried I'm only going to get like 300 words, which is still good. It's still better than what we started with. But at the same time, it just means that I have to spend more time writing later today if I don't get a solid amount done here. Um, so let's ease our way into it. Let's just do a 5-minute warm-up sprint. I'll set it right there. You'll be able to see it the whole time. Well, if I angle it to you so you can see it. We're starting with a 5-minute warm-up sprint. Nice. So I'll put that up. We'll go ahead and jump right into it because I want to get as much time writing today as I possibly can. So I'm going to mute my screen, do whatever you want. Let's get writing. Hello. Whoa, whoa. That was my timer. Sorry. Hello, Tish and Big Boy 3. Middle grade fantasy. Love that. Love that. I once tried to write a middle grade fantasy. I outlined it, and then that was one of the ones that ended up accidentally going by the wayside as new ideas popped up. But that is one of my favorite genres. Always has been. Tish, what are you working on? You said you're in the middle of a scene. Nice. I also am in the middle of a scene. Since it'll take a little bit as you type stuff out, currently today I am adding all my cozy mystery. Very nice. Makes sense. It is morning. It is morning time. I also am very tired. I can't have coffee right now, and that makes me really, really sad. So I'm just right and sleepy. Unfortunate weekend task of NaNoWriMo is that you have a lot of stuff to do on the weekend. Got to get your writing in when you can. How is I'm not also not awake enough to speak, apparently. How is Nano going for you? Nick and Tish said she'd be right back to get coffee. My Nano feels like it's going pretty good because I came in with 13,000 words in my novel. So I'm well ahead of where I need to be because I had already done those words. Aside from that, I think I've got my words every day. It's just one of those things that we're still in the first week. The first week is always the easiest. We'll see next week when we start getting into days 10 and 11 where my word count goes, if it stays consistent, you know. So Tish is working on book 2. I'm also working on book 2. Whenever Tish comes back, I want to know if they're book 1. I'll type it in a comment. Oh no. I'm not great at this. I don't know if you guys use a separate keyboard. Like I have a Bluetooth keyboard that I use. It always disconnects on me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. I don't know how to keep it from disconnecting when I'm trying to type. Nice. Are you a planner? A pantser? A little bit of both? I always... Makes sense. I'm asking a lot of questions, I'm sorry. I love hearing from other people. Pantser. I'm impressed. See, I used to try to pants and I would get stuck and I couldn't go further. I'm now an outliner to the T. Yeah, for me, it just makes stuff like this much easier because you already know where you're going. If I don't know where I'm going, I hit a roadblock and I don't ever move past it. I just sit at the roadblock forever. Basically until I get a new book. I'm very impressed. Yeah, fantasy, creating your own world is so hard. This is your first time doing Nano? Wow. I don't even remember what year I started. It's been like 7 or 8 years for me doing Nano. I hope you enjoy it. For me personally, the best part about Nano is just the fact that there are so many other people also writing their books. So it gets into your head and you're like, okay, I have to do this because everybody's doing it. We got to do it together. Oh, that's awesome. Right. Hello, welcome back. I'm glad you got your coffee. I was gonna ask, and then I got distracted because I'm terrible about getting distracted. You said you're doing book two. Is your first book published? Are you trying to write several books before moving on with that step? Um, Nick, is your dragon book like from the dragon perspective in a Guardians of Ga'Hoole Warrior Cats type of way? Or is it like people having to fight the dragons, people having to save the dragons, a Krista Lacey, oh, what were those called? Fire, Ice Fire, Fire, Eternal. Those were clay dragons that came to life. I have a lot more middle grade dragon knowledge than I thought I did. I want to hear about your stories. I'm so invested. Nice, nice. Well, Tish, I'm sorry to self promote, but Curb, this is a business that does all the self production stuff. Uh, Curb does. We have an editor, a proofreader. I'm a cover designer. I do book cover designs as well as write my own books, and then formatting. We do all that stuff. So if you're ever interested, I'm not ever gonna, which is probably not what they want. But I'm never gonna push. But if you're ever interested in just being like, hey, I want to see what this is, you can feel free to check out Curb. Um, but that's cool. I self published my first book. I'm also working on a sequel. My first book published in March this year, which is fun. Now your books seem cool. I wrote a historical romance book. Yeah, check it out. I wrote a historical romance book, which is not a genre that I really read. I much prefer fantasy and mystery. I'm working on a graphic novel, designing it right now. Nice. Very, very nice. Love to hear it. I love to hear about your stories. Um, for right now, just so that we can get back into writing a little bit and then we'll come back to it. Uh, how long you feel like writing? Nice. Yep. That's what we're doing. I'm in the process of drawing it out, but it's a mystery. It's like a I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like someone gets kidnapped, but it's kind of comedy. Okay, let's see. How you feel about 16 minutes? Think you can write for 16 minutes? Usually if when I do a longer one, the only thing I have to worry about is my spelling gets worse. If y'all are good with that, we'll do 16 minutes. Um, I mute my screen just because I like complete silence and I don't ever know if other people don't want to hear my keyboard clicking. So I'll mute my screen and I'll catch you guys back in 16 minutes. Good luck. All right. How'd that go? I feel I feel pretty good. So just so you guys know, in case you're curious, the way I write, I hear stuff. Like I don't see my scenes, I hear my scenes. So I'll go into a chapter, I'll write all of my dialogue, and then I go back and I add the dialogue tags and the descriptions and all that. And that is what I'm doing today. And getting into the mindset of my characters is much harder than just writing down what they said in the moment. I feel very confident with my dialogue, and then it's like, okay, why did they say that? What are they thinking about when they said that? And that part is just it takes so much longer. But I feel much more comfortable with these characters than my last one. My first draft of my book one that I sent out to people, not my actual first draft, but the draft that I sent out to beta readers and I sent to an English teacher. They all had the same comment of for the guy, they're like, I don't really like him. And it was because I didn't really give him a personality in his head. Because sometimes that part is just hard. I'm sure they're all hard. For me, that's the hardest part of writing is giving showcasing different forms of thought processes. Because I write from first person, at least in these. I used to only write from third person. I don't know what happened. No. I feel like that's very, very important for a cozy mystery. I feel like cozy mysteries, that is the most important. Are you from one perspective? Do you have like your detective or whoever is trying to solve the mystery or from their perspective? Or are you going from several perspectives? I'm very curious. And if I ever ask a question you don't feel like answering, you don't have to. Ooh, very interesting name, Weather Waters. Love it. That's very nice. Nice. Nick said he's writing a what is it? A middle grade fantasy. When I was trying to write a middle grade book, my kid's name was CJ Weatherby. You have Weather Waters. And I actually did that because I was writing it for my nephew. I was gonna try to write it for my nephew, and his name was Christian James, so I was gonna have it be CJ, and his dad is a weatherman. So I was like, he's like a weather boy, and I just cut out the O and said he's CJ Weatherby. That's another thing I'm not great at. Names, naming things. That is not my strong suit. I like Bay. Nice. I love it when you find out that cute. Love that. I think the one of the characters in the graphic novel that we're working on, his name is Bailey. They call her Bean though, so but I'm pretty sure it's Bailey and they call her Bean. Um, I love when people have those like specialized names. They're like, it means this. I heard John Green one time talk about Hazel was the name of his character in The Fault in Our Stars because it's an in between color, and she's an in between person, in between life and death, in between childhood and adulthood. And I'm like, that's great. My names, I was just he seemed like he'd be an Albert. I don't know. I love it when I read that, but for whatever reason, my brain's just like, I don't. That's Albert though, obviously. Albert was in the first book. Oh, he got the first one. I also love Bean. That's her initials. Her initials are Bean, so they call her Bean. Uh, but I'm a big fan when people have strange nicknames. I was in a book club and we read a book and I can't remember which one it was, and the guy called her Meatball. I was like, That's the I would prefer a romantic partner to call me meatball than babe or love or honey. Or bean, they can call me bean. Don't call me babe. Call me bean. That would be the title of my memoir. Don't call me babe. Call me bean. I wonder, is Nick, are you still in here? Maybe he's still writing. Might have gotten to a groove. You guys said, was it you, Tish, said that you had another? Nice. How'd it go? How'd your writing sprint go? Whew, I really should have eaten breakfast before I started streaming and writing, because most of what I'm thinking about is food right now. Whoa, triplets. Man, I can barely handle my twin cousins. I can't imagine having triplet children. Ah, I stream for an hour, so I'll do one more sprint and then go get my food. It's fine. I like to do things in chunks. I want to get this done, and then we'll do food, and then I'll paint my bathroom because I have to finish that today. And I don't know. My friend is the one who keeps my tasks of everything I have to do today. So then she'll tell me what I have to do after that. Um, so I have like 20 minutes left that I'm going to stream. I stream every day, but I only stream for an hour. So for me, it doesn't get burnt out. It's just like, oh, great, an hour that I'm forcing myself to stream. So if you guys ever want to join in on one of my streams, I will be streaming every day of November. Yeah, I'm not a person to push myself past my limits. I sit very comfortably. I just forget about eating food sometimes and then go, "Oh, I'm hungry." But the longest I'd ever have to wait is an hour because I just stream for an hour. So, would you guys like to do another longer stream? That's what we're doing right now. Sprint. Another longer sprint. I am not great at speaking English, which is not good as I am a language teacher and a writer. Those things do not bode well for me. Okay. Let's see. Did you like 16 minutes? We can just do that again. I'm not like a teacher. I teach small children Italian and then help them with English. Okay. I don't work at a school. I do like more like a tutor, I guess. It's more like that I teach Italian. I couldn't actually be in a classroom. No. All right, we will do another 16 minutes. I am a teacher ish. It's much easier when they're only with me for an hour. Apparently, I live my days just in hours. I do this for an hour and then that for an hour. Works out. All right, we'll hop into another 16, see what kind of words we can get. And I'll chat with you when we're done. Ah, can you see it? You can kind of see it. It's getting really dark in this corner. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm muting my screen. Good luck. right, chill. All right, that was another 16 minutes. We lost Nick. He got 78 words added. That is exciting. I got an email. I'll check it later. I managed to get like 1,000 words in almost 900, some 950. So that feels pretty good for me. That means I'm relatively close. I won't have to spend as much time this evening writing. Nice. Love that. Love the feeling of concluding a chapter, just getting it all done. I'm in chapter 5. Nice. Well, Tish, your book sounds awesome. Oh, thank you. I hope that your writing for the rest of the day goes well. I hope the rest of Nano goes well. It looks like somebody else is in here for whoever you are. I hope your Nano is going excellent. I am going to go and, like I said, get some food and then start painting my bathroom. And if you ever want to write with me again, that's a good goal to have. If you ever want to write with me again, I stream every day. When do I stream? It just depends. Pretty much it's in the general morning time, but sometimes during the week I will do evening streams. So if you ever want a space to write for just an hour, get some words in, check out Curb. We might be writing. I mean, we will be writing. I will be doing this every day. Clearly my brain is not doing words anymore, so I'm gonna check out. Bye guys, have a great Nana. I'll see you later. Let's see, hold on. There we go.